Peace and love. Shakim Shavakim Shakur El. Peace and love to you. I see you on there banging, articulating, sharing energy, edifying the collective mind. I greatly appreciate you. I got to allow some other family members to get on here so they could sit in front of the fireplace with us and definitely enjoy the show. Maybe I like that light. How's your night been? Peace and love to you. Trying to stay in focus. Really, I get on here to exchange energy. If there's anything that any Asiatic blood is dealing with, from the perspective of the corporation, mortgages, 1, traffic tickets, 2, warrants, 3, getting taxed, 4, working 8 hours a day, economic debt slave, 5, child support, 6, land acquisition, 7, how to acquire lawful monies, 8, that's gold and silver and precious commodities, 9, claims of life, perfectly syntaxed, 10. So, the nationals, the Asiatic bloodline, there's so many more lists of things that we got going on. All they have to do is to give us a call. When they give us a call, we will show and prove concerning all that I just spoke about. Peace and love to those who are on right now. This fate energy, the reason why I got on here is to speak about it. To try to encourage the males to share their experience, the masculine energy with the feminine energy. Now at 10 o'clock on a Saturday, 10:30, everybody got to be partying, asleep, or getting ready for church, one of the three, depending on what their indoctrination is. The indoctrination of those who go party, the club is indoctrinating them with sounds and lights and cameras and actions and a whole bunch of root chakra. So, you know that root chakra pulling everybody to the club right now. If you've been indoctrinated with religion, then you feel that any fleshly stimulation is opposed to the will of God, which is also your own conscious mind. So you choose to not do that, which that's your business. Teach their own. So now you religiously indoctrinated, and you indoctrinated by the club, by the root chakra. What's number 3? I said either going to work, going to church, or going to the club. Growing up, I would be taking care of these babies in my family. And the matriarchs would always look at that as some type of weakness or something. Like, because I'm doing what they consider matriarchal duties, that I was any less the masculine. So they be trying to treat me. King God, peace and love to you. I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. Let me turn that around. Because I did tag you on purpose to try to get some real and understanding around here. I'm going to see if, what's up, 7L? Good to see you. I could add my bro, see if he can be on this line with me. Oh,
Peace,
that's
bro.
what I'm
Peace.
talking about. Peace and love. 7L, King God and Shakim. These is the masculine energies on the line for this particular topic right now. We're talking about our experiences with the Fae energy. Woo! Come on, baby. Yeah. Um, who's that? There must be something going on. From your perspective, King God, uh, I would say to share some of your experiences as you come into a balance of the masculine and feminine energy. The response of females with that energy, when they're dealing with it in regards to being in relationship with you, friendship, relationship, however that works, just to get a perspective.
Um, it varies based on um, you know, the individual, but generally, there is admiration of some sorts. I got some planets and some mysterious areas. So a level of mysteriousness that I kind of present. But once, the ice
Hey,
is
love.
broken and engagement is it happens, there's a positive thing, but as we get closer, you know, there becomes a calibration that comes with it that there is a definite friction that happens, and what I like to call it is healing. It's a healing there's a deep wound that is between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, that we as healers must begin to address and begin to place energy and light on. And the divine feminine is deeply wounded. I mean, as the divine masculine, but if you're aware and you can see it, and you are a healer, you're a light worker, you begin to send healing to that area which has trauma. And we all know our
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have underwent a heavy trauma over the ages. So we in this age of Aquarius now, where we become aware of these things through the information, and so we
Mm-hmm.
begin to heal. You gotta heal. You have to, and the way you heal is you communicate. You don't run away from the friction. You address the friction. You get space if you have to, but we
Do you
can't
feel that
abandon the divine feminine.
yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to
Do
say
you
we
feel
can't
that
abandon the divine feminine. That is the karma that is been constantly going over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So we
yeah,
have to
that's
be
the
able to.
go ahead.
I just say we have to be able to stay the with the divine feminine through the healing. You see what I'm saying? As the healing process takes place, as we become closer and we become nearer to one another, and we start to see the reflection in one another, you know, that's when the healing can take place. And the healing ain't always cool. Kill ain't
It don't
always
always
it ain't
feel good.
always
Yeah, yeah.
kosher. It ain't always good. Say again.
Yeah, yeah. Surgery. It's some pain in surgery. The muscles rebuild and the fibers, they're gonna get stronger after that surgery is complete. Uh, you
Right.
know, in personal experience, I feel that I mean, even growing up, uh, coming in touch with your feminine energy as a masculine and meeting a woman who has yet to understand or understand that. Woo! Raphael Bay, one of the greatest red developers I ever seen. I thank you for spending months on end without compensation from me uh, and develop the website. Now, I may contribute in other ways by sending people or whatnot, but I'm going to get to you, wise man. I greatly appreciate you. He did that website in less than 30 days, and he basically said it's the uplift falling humanity. Um, being stripped of layers of psychological conditions. Yes, Jesus Pal, thank you for redirecting me. So over time, you
Agreed.
got God, the masculine, the conscious mind, the masculine, God, the Holy Spirit, masculine. They put God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, he, right? So they're teaching for generations that all three spiritual deities in the Christian church, where most of our fam are right now, is all masculine. So you neglect the feminine energies to the point where it's almost unrecognizable in the conscious mind. It's a subconscious thing now. The feminine energies is operating out of masculine and feminine. In the old days, in the origins, it was unheard of that women would buck up to men to even fight them or have some type of animosity like that. They called they men lord. It was an admiration or in a respect. And same thing with the king to the queen.
Hmm.
Now, you get in a relationship or you get in some type of mutual beneficial and y'all fighting. What? Oh, buddy, something wrong psychologically because we supposed to be joining together as one. Compassion. COM means the coming together, and passion, we know what that means. So yes. Um, do you feel that a man who has come fully into his feminine energy or is learning it is a threat to a woman who has not? Like if you come in and you changing diapers and you doing the mother thing and the father thing, either way, I don't put no state no statuses on that. You're
Yeah,
both
no gender.
capable of all things. But if a woman see you doing feminine energy things that they, perceive to, then what happens? Do they get threatened? Do they get embarrassed? Is it like we showing them out? I had a woman that I cleaned and she treated me like me cleaning the house was a disrespect to her. Like I was saying she was dirty by me cleaning, but it's the house that need to
Right.
be clean. So we
Right.
getting into arguments about me letting her do stuff. Um, from your perspective, when you get into it with say energy like that to that level, is that normal or natural?
Yeah, I think it's natural because it's really based on when it gets to that. From my experience, it's based on upbringing. You see what I'm saying? What upbringing you come up in and how you were
Yes, yes.
raised, right? And it
So
gets
it's
to a
needed.
deeper level, deeper subconscious things of expectations and how a person, when you're coming into when you first meet someone and you're courting or you're in each other's space and you're just, you're being yourself and your natural self might be to start to clean. When you're getting comfortable and you're settled into your environment, you might just clean just to, be. Now that might make somebody else uncomfortable based on maybe how they were raised. You see what I'm saying? Maybe when they were raised,
Look,
that meant everybody get up and start cleaning. You see what I'm saying? I'm cleaning, you get up and clean. You see what I'm saying? So
look, say
being
this.
in my household, we when we have our spats over stuff, I call that a calibration. You see what I'm saying? It's not the fact
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we're fighting, even though that's what's happening in the third dimension. I feel like it's a calibration, us really getting to know one another on a higher level, really. But it's taking a little
Fourth
friction for
dimension.
us to get to that point. You see what I'm saying?
Get the fifth dimension.
So, I don't want to um I try to I want to nullify what I'm working on now in my current situation is nullifying the me against you mentality. It's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
we. You see what I'm saying? We are always doing something. So we are going to work on keeping the house cleaner. We are going to work on keeping the bills
Hmm.
paid. We are going to do this. You see what I'm saying? That way there is no versus. There's no me against you. There's no me versus you. You see what I'm saying? Now that's it's hard sometimes because the egos get out of control, and so that's what you're still battling against as well. The ego. That's just that
Look,
part that we
let's
all
handle
have
this
to
quantum.
begin
We
to
was
just
just on this
let
quantum.
subside and allow one another grow or allow one another to grow together. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm learning
Yeah.
as I begin to grow more in my divine feminine energy is that we got to grow together. I have to allow her to come towards me, and I have to allow myself to draw towards her. You see what I'm saying? It's not always my way.
Right.
It's not always her way. We have to figure out how we gonna do this together because we're creating a new paradigm for one another. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So,
No
you
separation.
know, we
Always
gotta,
you.
you gotta get rid of the versus mentality, the competition. You know?
Yes, yes. I'm thinking like we was politicking yesterday, the ether realms. So there's energies or malevolent beings that try to separate energies that are meant to walk in destiny together. So you could be sitting next to your mate and growth of the oneness. Yes, there's being thoughts being input in their head that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, you know. And then
Right.
they entertain those thoughts wherever they're coming from, the malevolent beings or the spirits that's trying to separate y'all, and then sometimes let that go. The other aspect is like me and you was politicking, the feminine energy doesn't know how to yoke with itself. You get women who come together and their first thing is separation. They got to compartmentalize. They got to separate their man from the group of girls that they have. Like it's not natural at all. Uh, can your man be friends with your friends without you having to worry? Filters. Oh yeah, compartmentalization and filters. Uh, you know, I'm I want to look for solutions um, coming into this new season. I'm looking for solutions regarding how to balance and how to teach or walk alongside the fate energy in regards to how they relate and understand a male who has or a masculine who has came into balance with his feminine and what that means in a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Jesus. You teach us. Come on with it.
I feel like, when it comes to that, it's for us, we have to continue to just calibrate with our own feminine energy as we continue to grow and expand and ascend on our journey. We
Yes.
continue to grow our feminine energy. And what that does is it's just it's the cosmos. When you draw your feminine energy closer to you, you're getting closer to all the feminine energy around. You can't help it. You just communicate with it. You'll look
Hmm.
at a woman and you can just you can see behind the veil. You see what I'm saying? You can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
behind
yeah,
her eyes, and you can see the spirit behind her, and you can see if there's hurt there. You can see if there's pain there. Then you can approach her appropriately. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's how you begin to facilitate the healing that needs to happen. You see what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we have so many wounded, we have so many that need healing. As we heal ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
Well, when you
And
say that, I'm thinking about decisions. And in my
mhm.
personal life, I will be dealing with the fate energy like, well, I guess since I'm not getting what I wanted, which is to be with you, I guess there's no point to build a relationship. You see? And then
Well, you
when we
always been in
can,
relationships. You always been in
yes,
relationships, regardless
yes,
if
yes,
it's the type of relationship you may have envisioned. You know what I'm saying? You still want to connect because you don't know
don't cut
how
that
you
off.
gonna build. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Later
yeah,
on down the road. Because you remember, this stuff is going up in the cosmos too now. I mean, we talk astrological now. So
yeah, yeah,
when you connect with a being, there might be a higher purpose for you coming together in those moments. And the moments may when you take another cycle back around, this moment may build up to a higher moment. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta plant the seed and take a cycle, let the seed grow. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, and you understand this because you're a Capricorn, you gotta take your time with stuff. We rule by Saturn, so you got to take your time. You got to let things flow and let things come into their
yeah,
being and let things grow and let things come into their season, especially with the Fey energy. You see what I'm saying? They really benefit more from us being that way, being very very patient, being very thorough, and just like I said, being so sound with your own spiritual development. They can't help but draw to you. You see what I'm saying? Because you're
yeah,
shining.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Because you have
And
work,
and now that
especially you
you
as
say
an
that,
individual, you have such work to do in government, right? You have so much work to do in government that particular fate energy just going to attract to you to assist you in that particular affair. And that's what you'll need. The universe always sends that proper support. That's Venus. Gonna always send that proper support to you that you need, you know.
So I'm thinking care. Now we feel that caring for one another has to involve just your mates. You know what I'm saying? But I come to your house on vibrational living, and outside of everything else, I was cared for by both of y'all. And you didn't feel no type of way about your matriarch, your consort, caring for me in some lights the way she does you, either the cooking or the laundry or whatever it may have been. It didn't cause you to get upset. So I think we as the masculine need to also allow the fae to enjoy the presence of they brothers without us interfering with it out of some jealousy, because it could be our brother that has that remedy in him that she needs. And now we let not
Exactly.
jealousy being with her or our fear, our insecurities disrupt the relationship she's supposed to have with her bro so she could get that healing on that end. Yeah.
Right. Well, there's so much we need to learn. There's so much we need to there's so much we need to teach each other, right? Um, I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've learned just a lot from
Yeah.
just watching your information. You see what I'm saying? So me following your information, I begin to learn tons. So, and then I'm even going to my queen like, yo, you need to come listen to what he's saying, or we need to get on top of what he's talking about because I find this very useful. And so, and then, you know, when we make acquaintances, you know, I always want to put my queen in front of other powerful people, powerful women and men. So,
Yes.
well, you know, we have a lot of work to do out here. So, and there's a lot of information, like, and that's a beautiful thing about God, right? There's so many facets of God, and everybody gonna attract to the different facet, and they're gonna become the
Mhm.
expert in that facet of God, and then they can turn around and teach that facet of God to the masses, right? And that's what we're
Yeah.
supposed to do. Like me and my queen, we're into health and wellness. So we know we pride ourselves on learning how the body works, how the mind works, how they work simultaneously with spirituality, and how you grow and how you expand and how you can use the
Yes.
body
Yes.
to heal itself. You see what I'm saying? We into that. But we're not into law, right? So we don't know that aspect of things. So when I come across somebody like yourself who's so passionate about law, I'm like, yo, we gotta listen to this because you know he's spitting the passion with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
The
you
vice, the
know,
verse. The gifts
right. It's
inside
the
of one
energy.
another complement.
I don't see the skin suit. It's the energy. It's the energy
Yeah.
I attract to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you know the energy, you can't be lied to, you can't be had, you can't be led astray because you're going after the energy. You're not going after the person. You see what I'm saying? Like, you
And I
know.
get I'm feeling your vibe on the gifts being in one another to heal each other. So the same way I'm not well versed in Dr. Sabi taking care of the body, even though
Mhm.
that's my love is healing and holistic natural remedy. That's your expertise, and you was teaching on those specific things when I had come through for my retreat.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
y'all had
Mm-hmm.
to get onto the website, live in vibrations, and y'all have to understand that uh, ain't nothing wrong with you except your body's not working correctly. When it works correctly, your mind exercises the necessary power to enforce whatever decision it needs to make. If it's not working correctly, then your body normally has control over your mind. That's also known as your root chakra. Whoa, come on with it. Um,
Right, right.
all inclusive, yes. Share some experiences coming through the little Facebook realm. I got a European friend, and at the time, it was so many Asiatic women that was disrespecting me that when my European friend showed me honor and care and love and respect, I posted it. And so many Asiatic women blasted me for that, for posting that. And I said to myself, I'm going to stand on it because even the post of them blasting me for that was outrageous and disrespectful. And I'm like, Why is it other races or other feminine energies from different bloodlines can treat the Asiatic man with respect, but here I am for 10 months straight telling the matriarchs I'm here to support them and their children and let's build, and that's not the way it's populated. Um, so codependent on the system, on the SNAP benefits, on the food stamps, on the programs that they don't look to their brothers or their consorts for the help. So dependent on the spiritual concept that the Lord is the Lord, the Lord's going to provide. You know, we was talking about it yesterday. You work
Right.
all day, you lifting these heavy rocks. You get home and she thanking Jesus, and you ain't got no honor. Woo! Come on, she ain't seeing you working. She saw Jesus giving you the strength to work. So at night he got the thanks, and you got the cold shoulder. Oh, buddy, come on with it. So what is system
Yeah.
doing? What is society doing? It is replacing for the fey energy, not only the masculine energy, but the fey energy. Uh, Say you a woman that come into your masculine energy. Oh, come on with it. Balance.
That's
Then
a
you will be
powerful
able to
thing when you
relate
got a
to the wife.
queen. That's a powerful thing though when you got a queen coming to a masculine energy because then you really, she don't she I in all honesty, she don't need you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just real.
Yeah, yeah.
It
That spark
but that's
for your child, and
that's
that's about it.
you know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. That's the truth about all of us, though. We're the same. When we come into our feminine energy, you are now a self-sustaining being. You are a whole being now. You see what I'm saying? Now we can do a
Yes.
lot more powerful things together. You see what I'm saying? Like you as a whole being and me as a whole being, we can do some whole shit together, right? So
Jamal
the
Blue.
problem right
Oh
now is
shit.
we're a bunch of broken beings trying to come together, trying to be whole when we come
Yeah.
together. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta make yourself whole first, and then have the strength to come together and merge with another being. You see what I'm saying? You have to, and that takes strength because you got to know how to kind of let some of your boundaries down, and they got to be able to let some of their boundaries down, and you got to learn how to think as one now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what religion was supposed to do. It was supposed to set things up that way to where it help you synchronize your mind with your mate and people, and you got a lot of successful people who do that to this day. They get with the right woman and they synchronize and they do great things together.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the whole purpose is to find somebody you align. That's why I'm into astrology heavy now. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to people and I tell them like, man, what's your sign? Like, what you look like from the heavens? Because that'll
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
you break down all the nonsense. Just learn a little bit of astrology. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help you begin to even see if you synchronize with somebody or not. If that's somebody you can align with or not. You know what I'm saying? And that'll kind of
Yeah.
destroy a lot of things, because outside of that, you guessing, you in the dark with it, and you don't know whether your energies are gonna coincide or not, and you don't really understand. That's why I've kind of went back to the ancient ways of things when it comes to that. I've even contemplated. I'm like, man, would I go back to like arranged marriages or whatnot? Like, set your kids up
Look,
with somebody who you like. Yeah, I know y'all a vibe because I know they people, and I know they people is. I know what they about, and I
I could
know you
see
see what I'm
you
saying.
doing
Like,
that shit too. I could see
I'm gonna
you
save you
doing
some
that.
trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look,
but
hey
that was just a
son,
thought. You know what
come
I'm
on to
saying?
this
That's just
coffee
a
shop,
thought.
son.
Just a
She
thought.
already waiting. She set up. You done set her up, done talk to her. She liking. Hey son, come on to this coffee shop. Hey, how she look? What you think of her? Oh,
Right,
you set it up.
right,
Look at you. That's pop
right.
for you. Yeah. You
Right.
know what? Why
But
not?
it's kind of like to save you some trouble, Like let's put you in the right direction. This is what she about, this is what people about. You know what we about, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all take off and do something great together. And I feel like that's how the ancestors would have been. If we had ancestors around, we had elders around like that, that's how they would have done us, you know what I'm saying? But we awakening
When you
now,
say
so we
that,
kind of filling those roles and we kind of start being those beings.
when you say ancestors, it's a dual process with that. So it's ancestral spirits that are unseen, and then it's ancestral spirits walking around the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So me and you know we knew each other in prior lifetimes and are now finishing up the work in this one. You know,
Right.
uh, the same with quantum being light worker. She's his pal. We done met in previous lifetimes on different planes of existence, and we banged hard in different arenas. And to know that and to be brought to this plane to finish up the work, it's an honor. And same with you. Uh, when we say healing, it's up to us masculine energies not to be wrapped into the trauma. So when we get it, the rage and the anger and the hurt and whatever else that's coming at us, we have to be strong enough not to respond and reflect any of that. Now, you just told me recently, some things transpired, and that's exactly what you did. Instead of responding and causing more trauma and hurt, you actually let the whole entire matter resolve itself, and that more so healed than anything else. So we have to
Right.
be conscious and mindful that whatever's going on with the fate energy, we have a responsibility to keep the peace and be logical in our responses. That will
Right.
always keep a level of introspection for her.
Right. It's not. I mean, bro. Let's
Uh,
and let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be all the way 100 now. It's not always gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Let's be all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? Because um, that's why you have to meditate, man. Like for real. That's why meditation is so important. Like, because that's how you can really get in tune with your internal frequency, right? And you can start to understand yourself better, and you can see the things that may trigger you, that may cause anger and frustrations, that may, you know, like you said, may cause further trauma. And that's what we have to do. Like, you got to heal yourself first and foremost. That's your responsibility. You got to heal yourself. You gotta you gotta take that time, and and once you heal yourself, you gotta realize that she still gotta heal. So when you still got all that lashing out and all that fighting going on, like, well, okay, it's still trauma, it's still pain there. You see what I'm saying? So
but
um
subconsciously, that's happening because of jelly. Now, if you see I give a perfect example. Somebody that hateful, when they see somebody
mhm.
joyful, they hate the joy that they seeing in that person. I remember
Right.
people get mad at me because I was happy. What? Oh, buddy, look, you better figure your life out.
Yeah, you
Um,
have to see, but look at the healing in that though, right? They may have done that. But understand, because that's such a powerful situation, that person still observed that within themselves. And that's the healing.
Absolutely,
They like, man, I
absolutely.
just seen myself act out because this person was actually just being joyful. And I just didn't like that junk. And it just bothered me to see them happy.
Hmm.
That's a time where that's a moment where that junk flashes back to you when
Yes,
maybe it had
yes,
when that happens back to you in return. Like you gonna be joyful one day where you gonna be happy and somebody gonna rain on your joy. Or
yeah,
you gonna stay joyful. That's just something we've been taught growing up. You see what I'm saying? Don't
yeah.
let nobody take your joy because that's what happened when you being joyful. But that's just also being the strength of being a joyful person. You gotta be jolly through that. You see what I'm saying? And that's my weight room training right now. Still trying to be
Look,
jolly through somebody, being me
yeah.
not being
Why
happy
don't
or somebody else not being happy. You see what I'm
look?
saying? Like,
People always ask, yeah. Why don't they ever ask what's right? How come nobody ever
yeah,
asks you
exactly.
what's right? Come on,
Right.
Jesus. Yeah, because it got to be something right.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
what you
Right. And that's
exactly
just
in
a knee
about
jerk.
Anika
That's a knee
Thomas?
jerk question, right? Somebody look at your face. That's a knee jerk question. What's wrong with you? Like nothing wrong. I'm just, I was thinking about something. You see what I'm saying?
Uh, I've lived in a house with um my grandmother, sister, auntie, nieces, so maybe like eight feminine energies at one time, maybe 10 sometimes, and then if they have their friends coming in and out. Um, Dealing with that as a man, working through my lustful nature, my lower chakra, getting away from that. coming into how to organically have a relationship with the Fey energy, learning in what particular stage do I have to present myself to that particular. Some women, even though they're your age, you got to be a father figure to them, depending on where they're at. Some women, even though they're your age, you got to be the brother to them. You know, so it's all about knowing what's needed at that time when you're dealing with them. Elwood Evans, Beast in the Gym. Elaine Doria, thank you for joining us. If anyone else has, y'all let us know and we could bring y'all on to be able to share from your perspective, healing the Fey energy, balancing the masculine energy with the Fey energy, and getting some peace around here. Peace and love to you, Lady Rose. Thank you for joining. In that space, sometimes I would be honored. Majority of the time, I would be dishonored. So I would always question what would have, when I say our women of our bloodline, looking down on us, even though we are doing things which would promote them to look up on us. You know, I don't know where that's coming from. That might be me. Like, is that somebody on there with me? Or somebody working? I don't know where that's coming from. Peace and love to you, Elaine. Thank you for coming to see me. Because I was about to drop. I was about to quit. It's been a whole year. And what I seen that I was trying to accomplish in this year, which is unity. The first group was called Sources. It was 500 people in that group. Try to get some unity. That is the minds thinking the same, the family members thinking the same, and operating, supporting each other the same. I can't find it. I'm beginning to. We got our strong base of people now. They're consistent and stable, have been with us for about 8 months. So I guess it's shaping and forming now. I don't want to get off the tangent. So we in the womb. If there's any more contributions, y'all go right ahead and share them on up. Because I can't tell where this is coming from, I'm gonna drop this feed because I don't know if it's somebody on my camera or if it's somebody in the background, but I'm not making all of those noises. What is that?
It's quiet on my end.
Yeah, I'm hearing like drills and like somebody working, and I don't know if the camera or the feed or something brought them on and could hear their microphone or something. I don't know. That's weird shit right there. Elaine Dory, jumped on heavy energy. Yeah. Hell yeah, look. Guys on this thing, the shit's malfunctioning now, boy. We in about 800 frequency right now. We about to go through this roof in a minute.
Let's turn up the juice. Let's turn up the juice.
Yeah. Long day, you're looking a little bit tired, man. How's your day been?
Oh man, it's been wonderful, man. My son had a football game. That's what I'm tired from. It's pretty chilly out there, so you had to keep warm. But fantastic game. You know, they won. So, you know, it's always great. But nah, it was a pleasure you invite me on and to speak about this, man. You know, I love the divine feminine. It's something that's has raised me up since my awakening and has taught me a lot of things and really straightened my masculine energy up. So, you know, I appreciate the opportunity to come forward and get to speak about it.
Yeah. One more aspect I'm gonna touch before we get off here. So, the fate energies moon time. Now, before the witches, which they try to make you think is a bad thing, they moon time. All of that blood is supposed to be used for spells, right? Positive spells. Another thing you and I was speaking about is spells in and of itself. It's up to us to bring our magic and our traditions, our rituals back into our families and teach them. If
Right.
the only deity you got, one deity, well, we got millions of ancestral spirits at our aid at all times. So that's not even a relevant concept to think about it that way. Um, the seals of Solomon, we're gonna be teaching on. Um, if no Fey energies want to get on the line and teach about how during those cycles you're supposed to use that cycle to break spells and do specific things during those seasons, then we don't have no problem sharing it on up. Uh that's probably because I had my phone on the mic, Elaine. I want to politic with you, Jesus, concerning that area. The blood is very powerful. Um, I'll be with you soon, King God. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna share with the matriarchs on this line something we offering that can solidify you your status with the paperwork. So I wanted to show y'all mothers this, especially the ones with children, as a way to look into it, perfecting your language. Documentation and the contracts that you're getting, it got bogus language in it. It's Babel. It's called Babel. And when they wrote that scripture, they were specifically talking about people. They changed your language and dialects so you couldn't understand one another, understand one another, and build. They also changed your culture and your history so you can't understand one another and build. So what the syntax do is it teaches you the real language, the parse syntax language that the world operates off, and not the colorable when you read in your documents adverb, verb, adjective, pronoun put in the wrong places. Uh, I'm actually going to get mine. I'm gonna go get mine real quick. I'm not gonna show this person's. Uh, hey Akela, excuse me. Um, we got some missions, and I'm letting y'all know the missions. The mission is Roatan, Republic, Central America, and Usha Village. We going. We need judges, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing to appoint and train the judges, training the judges up because we need people going with us to Central America. We need 13 here, primary, and we need another 13 there, primary. So once we all get credentialed, the matriarchs and the masculine energies that's coming, we got people already signed up. Then we're gonna go over there and take care of a whole bunch of kids. And any of our family members that's sick, we're gonna send them to Usha Village so they can get healed up through natural living. This right here is called a claim of life. Now, everybody wants you to believe you truly correct in your status for the record when you throwing them slinging and paperwork around. But there's some errors in it that doesn't allow for the proper claiming of your life and status on the record. This document right here will do that. What I turn it? That's a registered flag, 1.9.1, in the United Nations copyrighted. The flag on our paperwork that we getting right now, and you know, I have to sacrifice being hated by a lot of Moors to share this information. But the tribal leaders that sent me syntax documents showed me the truth that they knew about this information. It wasn't revealing it or trying to get themselves. So this language right here is syntax. There's no colorable language at all. All of the words are put in the right places. It makes it a factual du jour document. I don't care. Y'all know my life. Y'all been with me for a year. I showed everything online. I really don't. It don't make no difference to me. I need y'all to be able to see this. So once it's all said and done and on the record, This is a lawful document that can eliminate your mortgage. It can remove you from paying taxes. Uh, Pretty much do anything that the uh, the other docs claim to do. That claim of life, along with these other 7 documents right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All syntax documents. All perfectly written to fit your estate. Once we done with that, then we get an international travel card and a postmaster inspection application. We're postmaster generals now. This international travel card that we're going to put on, you got the codes right there for all of the fees and the misprision and the falsified language. We're going to tailor it up and make sure people can see it. And then that right there got the laws, the star decisis laws and codes, and your judge information. And the most important thing is your registered return receipt number. All you nationals on here, origines, whatever, they only see the picture with no frame. Smuck them. Yes, honey. They think that I'm doing what I'm doing for me. Well, if that was the case, I'd have been gone on everybody. Because me, I like to chill by myself. I love me. So for me to be out here this long and not seeing what I wanted to see, and that's how I've been most of my life. If I didn't see it in a quick enough time, I'm gone. I don't play no games. I ain't about to be attached to anything that I can't see. Now I stuck with it, and I'm seeing the fruits of persevering toward my destiny. This is now time. This is now time remedy. It is for 2018, 11/21, whatever today is. It's not no 1912 remedy. It ain't no 1865. Oh man, they gonna keep y'all in that loop, buddy. You're gonna be in that loop forever, proclaiming your nationality and declaring for the record you're gonna be in that loop. Keyshawn Westbury L, good to see you. Shan Bam, good to see you. Y'all looking for this documentation. It's only 2 ways to get it. You band together as a family and you generate resource. I'm tired of begging the nationals to take care of one another and themselves. I'm also tired of trying to trick the nationals to help each other. Like, this is what I mean by this when I say trick the nationals to help each other. One claim of life, or for these 8 documents, we asked for $1,500, right? Now, for 8 people, it's $4,000. So that's $500 apiece. So that means 3 people that truly do have the $1,500 can come in. That's $4,500, right? So now we got 3 people that just paid $4,500. We can give them 3 and another 5 people free claims of life. Now, I'm only taking care of the matriarchs right now until I can see some sound patriarchs that know what they're doing and is ready to bang. So this is for the mothers, more so than anything. A lot of mothers that I know, or a few mothers, have already gotten their claims of life, and they're going to be utilizing them real soon. As a judge, you can go in and sit and catch any other de facto judge in a colorable language. There's another document I have somewhere where it shows the fees, and I actually just showed that to who was with me on the line a few minutes ago. I don't know where he went. He might have come off. Look, I'm not gonna sit here for 100 years claiming I'm the heir to the land and still paying somebody rent. Wrong answer, buddy. Somebody got to buy a vow. Damien, yeah. I shared this. Anybody on this line, share that government fees for they schedule. I don't even know if you could put it on this post. but share it in a messenger should they got it. I'm tired of claiming airship and paying anybody anything. So you living in the false reality if you claiming rights and blood heirship to the land and you still an employee, which means slave. You are in a contradictory spirit, and the ancestors are going to hold you accountable if you saying you are heir, but you're paying people to live on your land. They're going to force you to either honor the word that you say you are. Are you an heir? Well, there's going to be circumstances and situations to prove that. I'm not going to pay no rent to nobody no more. I sent them a feudal lord writ. And I said, you got to prove to me you the heir to the land by blood. Otherwise, you got to stop asking me to pay you anything. Matter of fact, the fee for using my land is, and I put the undisclosed number. Now, how do you prove? We were just saying this. Yeah. How do you prove that it's your land? Y'all going to have to come in for that. Because it took me a whole year digging to get it. And a lot of nationals and people treating me. So, now that I got it, you're going to get private. And we're going to show some strength and longevity and unity. Then we're going to share. Gone are the days where we allow people to devalue us. And I'm talking to everybody on this line right now in reflection of myself. If y'all dealing with people who aren't valuing you, all right? So that means reciprocating equal amounts of energy into you that you pour out to them. Then y'all have to do one of two things. Require that from them, which is speaking to them before you cut the relationship off. And or let them go until they're ready to pour into you the way that you are pouring into them. Because there are a whole lot of people that need you not allowing those people to siphon your energy. Reclaim wealth. Yes. You a broke king? Something wrong. You heirs to the land and you are homeless? Something wrong. Also, you need to get to the trees and the forest. That's how you're really going to heal. You find trees that have specific bark and you boil the bark and you drink the tea. You steep the bark like tea and then you drink it up. Your blood, the circulation of your blood from the first few seconds that you're near the tree, the coagulation changes, the megahertz of the tree changes, and your blood flows more effectively. So many attributes to connecting with the trees. Let's see here. In the roots, in the barks. Why you think they cut them? They cut them everywhere. There's none in the cities. Why you think when you're walking around and you see parks, they got them little ropes so you can't go in and sit next to the trees? Because all the scientists, all the fake scientists know the healing properties of the trees. That's why. Woo! Come on with it. Absorbing our poison and giving us purity. What else? Damien, wealth is the name of the game. If anybody is trying to get property, I will show you step by step how you can acquire your own home and occupy it with no fiat. Okay? Now, right now, I'm in need of it to be able to effectuate some of these processes. What is it? My greenhouse, traveling the Roatan. Thank you for those who have remained supporting. I appreciate you. What else? Misael Fair, good to see you. Every time energy get on here, it's probably something to come out in reference to you. Misael Fair, yeah. So many healing properties to the trees, yes. You must be a mechanic or something, Misael Fair. You like cars or you're a mechanic. Yeah. Now it's coming to me. Jamal Bloodclap Williams. I need to talk to you, brother. So make sure you give me a call. Damien, get your team together. Call me on a conference call with your team so I can break down everything that's going on with them. I am, and everybody knows this about me, Psalm 68, 5 and 6. Let me just do that real quick here. Let me just do that. So every decision I make in my life is for this. Every subconscious and conscious decision I make in my life is for that. I need engagement from the people. So what that means is, please begin to send me topics that you want us to teach on and articulate for Remedy. Private counsel, I will share the video of all that we have to offer. And we want to continue in our group $25 monthly fee for constant content and teaching of the syntax and the language and correcting the writs. That's another way you can do it. You don't have to pay the fee. You just have to sometimes pay the time. Get in the group, listen to the videos, share the teachings, ask questions, and you will save yourself a lot. Peace and love to you. Thank you, Divine Feminine Energy, for getting on here and sharing and supporting us as we try to better understand and heal the fate energy. We want you to be grounded. We want you to be settled. We want you to be in a place where you're able to remain in the presence of your children. Listen, if your energy, I'm talking about the specified frequency of you, is not around your children, they are getting sicker every day because they need your frequency to live. Okay? So they're going to school and getting frequency from the colonizers. They're going to these different places that we allow them to go and getting all of these frequencies. And it's permeating their being and making them sick. Okay? So if you want to do your child a good service, keep them around you. Stop leasing your children to the corporations. Woo! Did he say it? Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're leasing your child to the corporations because you don't have the mental strength to deal with them. Okay? Well, that's where family comes in. Call them up whenever you're getting tired of them and have somebody come take care of them. But don't give them to people who's going to change their dialect, their tone, their frequency, their understanding of their relationship to their own cultural family bloodline. Because that's exactly what happens when you let them out the world. We're going to start doing kid shows as well, children shows as well. Anyone that has children books or is visual artists that can draw different things. We're going to be on there. There was a few matriarchs that told me the children enjoy listening to me. It's good content. So I guess it's simple or breaks it down the way it needs to be to where even the babies can comprehend unity and coming together to support the bloodline. Right now I'm asking for the $25 because a whole year ago I asked for 3 to 10 FRN notes and only a few people responded. So now I don't ask anymore. I think it's a balance of my yacht to request that what you give. You reap, you sow in balance. Yeah. And I guarantee you they can go in there and Common Core the hell out them kids. I guarantee you they can go out there and out-test every last one of them. Yeah, straight up. If you's a father and you're being separated from your children by way of a bitter woman, we do what's in the best interest of the child. So we would exercise lawful authority in that particular case, and we would call for a mediation where the mother can sit down with the father and allow time for the father to spend in the presence of the child. If you are a masculine, if you're a father dealing with child support, we have remedy for you. We can deal with the Service Corporation and DHS directly. We can call them. We can send documentation proving them unlawful for administrating estate property. That's what they're looking at right now. Your children are their property, dealing with them. Anybody that has tickets Go find them. Traffic tickets, whatever. Turn them upside, turn them on the backside. Diagonal, HJR 192. Full faith and credit, paid to the order of, this account number, your social, without the dashes. I always repeat these things because maybe somebody needs them. The red number on the back of your social security card is linked to a Federal Reserve Bank routing number. You need that routing number along with your social security number to be able to have them, the International Monetary Fund or the corporation, to do their job and discharge your debt. If your light's getting shut off or you're overdue on your water bill, we have documentation you can send as a lawful owner to the corporation that is injuring or genocide in some way, shape, or form. We'll consult. We'll be on the phone with you. You ain't got to be afraid if you're dealing with the de factos or the court of clerks or your probation officer, whoever it is. We're trying to let you know we're available. When I say we really do have a team, about 8 of us. We practice law. We live in the same area. We enforce judgments. And as a judge, I'm now signing judgments. It took me probably 6 months to come into my own about this. But first, the people, they voted me in as a judge for the Moorish American Consulate. Then transition happened, and the Universal Postal Union people called me and asked me to be a judge on that side of town. So I say the universe is saying you're going to be a judge. Cool. Because in my mind, all my life, I don't judge people. So it's rightfully fitting that the universe made me that. Okay, so what do you do as a judge? You sign orders. So where your orders at? Quan Lloyd Elbay? Where's the order for child support, for a warrant for your arrest, for whatever else is out there, your children being snatched from you? I will sign the order. How is it going to be enforced? Well, you're going to have to get some people on your team. And you're going to have to go to the United States Sheriff's Department, the de facto, colorable, fictional authority that's there. You're going to have to go to the United States Marshal, and you're going to have to say, hey, this is a signed order from a Mohammedan judge that ain't got nothing to do with y'all government. He's going to look at the order, and he's going to see de jure and rightful heir and owner of the land in association with you, rightful heir, heiress. And he's going to look at the de facto order from the colorable judge that isn't bonded, that isn't supposed to practice law if you're registered as a bar member. It's supposed to recuse yourself from the bench. If you go to court and that person is sitting up there on the bench with a bar registration number, British accredited registry, when they've been dissolved, they have no monetary value, then he's not even supposed to be on that bench. Oh, starting to get hot up in this thing right now. What else? Call me up, get a hold of me, private consultation. 30 minutes, $75. It's a set price. You can extract as much information out of me and as documentation as you can in those 30 minutes. It's well worth your time. Thank you, Moslems, for being on here. All you matriarchs, if you got innovative ideas to help me take care of these babies, I would greatly appreciate it. So I humbly submitted to the destiny of my life, finally. And the moment I did that yesterday, a whole bunch of resource came in. And all type of ways to get it done. So we on the way. And I want to take some of y'all with me, because I need the help. I got my mom and a couple other of the matriarchs I know ready to bang with me. Man, they could cook. I got to go home and see my grandma. Peace and love to y'all. Thank y'all for remaining on here with me. I'm going to get back to you in the next couple days with some updates. Be encouraged. Woo! Yeah. Be joyful. Be encouraged and be joyful. Yeah. Feel good. Be uplifted. Health and wealth to you. I'll be with you soon. Hey. Woo! Come on with it.